The question to you is, how many clothes do you have? I know probably you don't have the count because suddenly I asked you. But the real question is, why do you have so many clothes? Somebody in my channel commented, "Hey bro, please change the t-shirt. Please change the t-shirt." Okay, fine. I thought I would buy a new t-shirt. I went to Myntra.com and checked for a cheap yellow color plain t-shirt. And I ordered this. Now think of the economy 10 years ago. How were we buying new clothes? In India, if you wanted to buy new clothes, you had to wait for one full year. Usually it is a big festival like Diwali. Parents in India, especially Hindu middle class parents, would buy the same piece of cloth for all sons. If you had a brother, then both of you would have similar clothes. The next step is your dad would take you to the cheap and best tailor. He would force the tailor to stitch one size extra. Why? Because if you grow a little taller, the clothes would fit you perfectly. These clothes would come for at least 4 to 5 years of life. But it's not the same story today. People keep buying new clothes every 6 months. Some people just wait for their salaries to experiment with something new every month. According to this data from Statista site, the average volume per person in the apparel market is expected to 23.8 pieces in 2023. Why is this happening? Has the quality of clothes gone down? There are two sides to this story. From the producer side, it is the economic change. From the consumer side, it is the psychological change. First, let's look at the economic change. The biggest factor for economic change is internet growth. 10 years ago, we were literally struggling to get good 100 Mbps speed, and mobile phones were not this advanced. In 2022, there were 755 million internet users in India. The surprising fact is that the rural population had more internet users than the urban population, thanks to Mukesh Ambani's Jio, which gave access to Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. Then the other important factor is Paytm, which revolutionized the e-commerce industry. You could add money to your digital wallet and shop from anywhere, right from your mobile phones. Then PhonePe, Google Pay, and other players also joined this trend. The government of India noticed this massive change and created UPI, which made the process even better. This whole process helped e-commerce sites to sell clothes easier. Initially, people were hesitant to buy clothes online because if you go to a retail shop, the first thing you do is take the clothes that you like and test it out in a trial room. You check it in the trial room if it fits you well or not. Later, e-commerce sites started giving this trial experience as well. Now you can test it out at home, and if you don't like, then you can return the clothes back. If you look at it from the production point of view, they look at three things. Number one is customer demand. Do we have a large customer base? A country like India has a lot of purchasing customers. Number two is manufacturing. Can we mass produce these clothes and reduce the cost at the same time? One shot production will increase the profit range for the producers. Number three is, does it look good? The design and color options. People love good looking clothes. Now let's look at the second most important aspect, which is from the consumer point of view. As a customer, what are your needs? Abraham Maslow, an American psychologist, created his own hierarchy of needs. Even today, we use Maslow's hierarchy of needs in economics as a chapter. Basically, this Maslow's hierarchy of needs has 5 layers, which is in a pyramid shape. At the bottom, we have the most important need, which is physiological need, like food, water, rest, etc. Then we have safety needs, like security, protection, having a house, etc. Next layer, we have belongingness needs, like love, caring, relationships, etc. On top of that, we have esteem needs, like self-esteem, dignity, respect, status. On top of the pyramid, we have the last need, which is self-actualization. This is more of a personal growth need. Self-fulfillment, desire to become something, like how Dev Gadvi keeps saying, right? Why are you not a millionaire? You have to become a crorepati. By the way, if you have not watched Dev Gadvi video, please do watch. I will add the link in the description. Coming back to the topic. Now, these are all basic needs. Approximately, we just need some 4 jeans and 6 shirts or t-shirts for our job environment. But we keep buying so many clothes. What is the reason? One of the most important factors that drive the psychological factor is social media approval. Let's add the sixth need as social media approval. There is a constant judgment from people on social media. If there is some function or a big event, a fancy event, obviously you will be clicking a lot of photos and posting it on social media. More than people judging you, you will be judging yourself. What if somebody judges me? Apart from this judgment fear, some people genuinely want to try something new, like new trends or colors or designs. Looking at the same thing from a consumer perspective, what do customers consider when purchasing a new piece of clothing? Number one is the look and design of the clothes. The next is price. Indians, especially the middle class, are very, very sensitive about pricing. If it is more than 1,000, it looks a bit expensive. Once look and prices are decided, then we go for the last thing, which is comfort of the clothes. Am I comfortable wearing these clothes? So basically, these are the three factors that we look when we buy new clothes. Manufacturers know this behavior very well. They reduce the quality of the products and increase the mass production to give you the cheapest prices. If you have checked Myntra website, they have a brand called Roadster. It is a cheaper version of good clothes for men. In my opinion, I think they have the best fit and look. The design is great. Any expensive shirts, they have multiple options similar to those clothes but at a cheaper price. The quality is not that great, but prices are cheap and mass manufactured. Now the customers in tier 2 and tier 3 cities will not have much money, but they have their mobile phone with UPI and good internet connection. If you give for a cheaper price, people will buy it. In 2023, revenue in the apparel industry in India is touching nearly $100 billion. This graph also shows revenue in women's clothing comes more than any other segment. So this we cannot avoid because women buy more clothes. I want to end this video with the same question. How many clothes do you have? And why do you have so many clothes? Write your answers in the comment section.